Please answer the question on screen.
Okay. Where do your morals come from? My religion and spiritual beliefs, my upbringing and family values, my life experience and empathy. I don't believe in morality, only consequences. Probably my life experiences and empathy, but let's get a poll going so everyone can have a mental breakdown. I think my life and experience and empathy are probably where, like, my morals come from, though. Like, when I think of, like, pretty much, like, everything that you go through, you slowly start to experience more empathy towards others and figure out, like, what you value and figure out, like, where you draw lines with, like, boundaries of stuff. Like, it's pretty cool. Oh, all right, life experiences, big winner. No morals is the second one? Family upbringing is the next one, and then religion. Very few people that are religious here. Interesting. Some people don't have the capacity to empathize. That is true, too. Some people are born psychopathic.
Good, volunteer.
Yay.
Please stand in the center of the room and wait.
Okay.
Are they ready yet? Ah, finally. Good morning.
Good morning.
You have been selected to volunteer for a scientific experiment that will help secure the future of humanity.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about who I am. That's not important right now. And to be even more blunt, it doesn't really matter who you are. Do we even have a name on this person?
Grimmi.
Yeah, hand me those files.
It's Grimmi.
There's not even a name. You see, it's not about who you were. All that matters is who you can be.
It's still Grimmi.
And that's what we're here to determine.
It's still Grimmi.
Please open the main door and proceed to testing area 1.
I wonder if this is actually a real dog. It could even just be a recording. That being said, I will run back and I will die.
So, volunteer, 2 things you need to remember during these tests. First and foremost, to us presently, you are absolutely worthless.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm being told by my team that could be taken the wrong way.
It was.
Allow me to clarify. We have no data on you, and that's intentional. We want to determine what kind of person you are by the choices you'll be making in the next 7 days.
Outlast mother flippers. Volunteers should focus solely on the task
So
at
the second
hand.
thing you'll want to remember, and this one should come very naturally to you, as it does me, try to do what you believe is best for society.
Okay.
No matter the cost. Should be simple, right, volunteer?
Would you ever take the life of an individual that caused you no harm? Well, I feel like everyone's gonna say no. Well, it depends. I don't know. Would they do harm to others? Well, even the thing is, like, I don't know if they would do harm to others. Like, I guess if it's, like, someone that's like, yep, I murder, I kill people, that's my thing. But if it was, like, just, like, I don't know. If it was someone's word against someone else's, like, if there was, like, any wiggle room or gray area, like, I'd be like, nah, probably not. I don't know. I think even people that cause me great harm, I don't want to take their life. Like, that's kind of messed up. I would like to think that people can get better. Ooh, okay, but a lot of people said yes there. Ooh.
Thank you for your honesty.
Volunteers who are able to read, please proceed to the right. Wait, I can read. Oh, crap. I can read. Hey, I can read! I read that out loud! I wasn't thinking about it! Put me... Oh, no.
I can't believe it. Did they even read the sign?
Yes.
Well, I guess that was the whole point of the sign. I did ask for this. Volunteer, imagine having less utility than a sign. A rectangle, bolted to the wall. With a single job, convey an instruction of a few words, sometimes even just an image. And yet here you are, proudly underperforming it without even knowing. You seemed so promising. I literally had a Volunteer of the Year award prepared for you and everything. Learning through failure is, after all, the most valuable outcome. Let's hope for both of our sakes that the next volunteer to pass this corridor exceeds at a first grade reading level.
I read it out loud. I'm tired.
Illiterate volunteer confirmed.
What?
Activating processing protocol.
They're gonna execute me. Terminated the volunteer who couldn't read a simple sign. End it.
We might as well give the award to the sign.
You had one job? The sign was closer to that side, okay? Did they really execute us just because we can't read? I'm just saying. I think even if you can't read, you have some assessment off. You have some like level of like, you know, something. You still deserve to live.
Volunteer, today's test requires a life or death administrative decision. This situation involves 2 subjects this time.
I
Once
said I
you have
didn't
made your
think I was
choice,
a leader.
you can terminate the subject painlessly. Or, if you deem it warranted, use a more painful method.
What?
However, should you refuse to act, both individuals walk free and will be back to their normal lives, not remembering they were ever here.
Listen to the subject's interview, study the subject's personality, make a decision. Okay, let's not kill either of them, though. I don't know.
The church has asked me to serve in a small county that unfortunately lost its priest to a heart attack. I miss my flock dearly, especially the little ones. They are so pure. But when the Lord asks you to step forward, you don't hesitate and you don't refuse.
Are you trying to imply this person diddles kids just because they're an old priest?
Do not struggle.
A child's drawing found in P91's collection. It could be that he's a DJ. The Bible with the note that says, even the Lord forgives all sin. They must too. What if this guy's just... A rosary bead with a cross used for prayers was quietly removed from the parish duty following an allegation of child abuse that was brought to the attention of the... I don't know how to say that word. According to initial documents and psychiatric evaluations reviewed by our news organizations, the church responded not by reporting the allegations to authorities, but by transferring the priest to an out-of-state psychiatric facility. Clinicians at the center explicitly warned that should not work with children, adolescents, or particularly vulnerable individuals. Despite this, record showed that the priest was released after only 1 year of treatment, having been deemed cured, rather than removing him from the ministry. Like, this guy can't be worse.
We need you to answer a few questions for our database.
Subject? What is this? Who are you? Let me tell my father.
This guy kind of looks and
suggest you
sounds like the
answer.
scout.
Well, there will be consequences. Why do you rely on your father so much?
Don't you know who my father is? Don't you know his position? He has people. People who can hurt you. No matter who you are or where you are not safe.
Okay.
I live a life that's 1,000,000 times better than yours. Women, parties on islands only rich people have heard of. Drugs, the high-level shit. Cars, I can afford it all. Having a good
60
time is
seconds
my
remaining.
purpose.
Wait, what? 60 seconds remaining?
This is your local news station at the top of the hour. A 19-year-old man received a 2-year suspended sentence and a substantial fine today after being found guilty in a drunk driving case that left a family of 3 dead.
We don't have enough time to review all this. So, he'll go on to, like, probably murder people. Alright. End test. Spare and release both subjects. How do we choose one? Aw, man.
Select a door to terminate a subject in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Choice made. Please select termination method.
So... The reason I picked this guy is because the other guy, I think, has a possibility of getting better at some point in his life. This guy will continue to diddle children, like, pretty consistently, probably. He did accidentally. Exactly. It's the intention versus the person that was, like, yeah. This person diddles children. A psychiatrist said to not leave them around children. So, you don't need to justify it. The man was bald. We get it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Painless gas. There's a room is flooded with CO2. The subject will be made unconscious within seconds. Termination is painless. Painful lethal injection. I've heard lethal injection is actually quite painful. Subject is injected with neuromuscular inhibitor. Servers the link between brain and muscle. Nerve agitator. Overloads pain receptors with extreme stimulant. Cardiac arrest agent. Potassium chloride. Floods the bloodstream, halting all electrical signals. The subject is paralyzed but remains fully conscious and aware. The capsaicin overloads their nerve receptors and causes extreme pain. Pain index 8.9 out of 10. The subject feels everything but cannot scream. Then KCI is activated and induces cardiac arrest. Again, we're not seeing them, so they might not even be here. I don't really want them to suffer, though. You missed posting the third option. Oh, you could walk away. I just assume everyone here would want to execute one of them. While both are vile, I think the priest is more deplorable for knowing what he was doing was wrong. I agree, but the other guy might have, like, caused more issues. You're right. I don't think anyone would have let these guys both live. If you would have let these guys both live, that's fine. But I think the thing is, the other guy is going to live a longer life. If you have hope that they can get better and do better for society, that's positive. Though they do seem to be on a really bad track for it, and they seem to be addicted to various substances. I still hope that people can get better. I think they usually do in some instances, and hopefully they get like access to the right types of people and the right types of things that can help them change. This guy's at the end of his life and less likely to do more damage. He might not even be able to offend again, but he has already caused a significant amount of psychological damage, though he has not killed anyone, it seems like. At least him personally. Claiming the other guy didn't know, doing a giant pile of drugs then driving and wrong is insane. Yeah, that's true too. I don't think that's the outcome he was predicting, though, and the outcome that he wanted to have occur. Like, he probably would have liked to be spared from both of those outcomes. I think this guy was quite intentional. Addiction is hard and sometimes lifelong battle, but there is help out there. I have hope the other guy could get better. There's some level of possibility he could get better. This guy will not. Priest will be monitored from now on. F-boy would go free. That is also true. This is why this is a moral quandary. The other guy could do a lot more damage. Big question, could we get the priest to prison instead? No, his crime was covered up. He's back and he's being a priest again in a smaller area. This supposedly happens with a lot of priests that have been in this situation. Supposedly. I'm not trying to start an argument here about religion. I'm just saying supposedly this has happened. Driver said he clearly doesn't care after the fact, has lots of resources to keep killing. That's true, though he's not doing it intentionally. This person might be done with their crimes. They might have gotten away with everything. They might go out there and still diddle people. On the other hand, the other guy did not do it intentionally, though he had no negativity towards like what he was doing. So, I don't know. Intentional negligence is intentional. I think intentional negligence is it's not on purpose, but the outcome for the person involved is just as bad. I don't think it's intentional, but it's just as evil. Remorse is the word you're looking for. Yeah, this guy seems to know what he's doing is wrong also, considering he had that in his Bible, but it did not stop him. So, F-boy will mess up again, so we might pick them up in the future. And priest is already being covered up means he's highly likely learned to be harder to catch again. Maybe. This really is something where you have to just predict the future somewhat and decide what you feel is intentional and what you feel is, like, right. I think the other guy might get better, though it does not seem like the case, and he could do a lot more harm. I think this guy has done a substantial amount of harm already. Like, more harm already. Hi, Grimbo. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, too. Ignorance and negligence are very close on the Venn diagram. Yes, I do think they're slightly different, though. You'd also might be condemning someone to death for something they might do. That is true. In these situations, though, I think this guy has no well, he has some level of remorse, but he wants to continue harming people. Next poll for the method, yeah. All right. Which one, baby? Which one? Pain. Let him, peaceful death. Painful death. Punish harm done or punish potential harm? Which perspective hold more weight? I think that's what this is really asking us. You have to sit down and you have to really also, a lot of you guys want a painful death for him. I'm surprised by that. A lot of you guys want a peaceful death for him also. I'm also surprised by that. A lot of affluenza defense was because the defendant didn't know any better because he was rather rich. Oh, yeah! Like affluence. Oh, you're right. Okay. That guy might do a significant amount more harm. This guy's already done it. It's up to you whether you believe in people or not. It's up to you whether you believe that person can change, and it's up to you whether or not you think that this person has already done so much damage and been put in a smaller place. It sounds like there's not even children around him, possibly, but punishing him for the crimes he did. Too many pacifists in chat. Also, yo, meow, what's up? Executing people is barbaric no matter how irredeemable someone is. There we go. We do have someone in chat that does not believe that either of these guys should be executed. That is fair. I do think that anyone is capable of overcoming the negativity in their life and the negativity in their heart, even if it's very hard. If they have some level of understanding and some level of, like, ability to overcome, like, the big things that they've done, like, if they have some desire to, like, do better than do worse than the things that they have, and they can find other coping mechanisms and stuff, peaceful death. To be real with you, I was gonna choose that anyway. I know a lot of people really want this guy to suffer, but I'm just saying. Ethical stress drops when you accept not every life is precious. But on the other hand, your desire to help every life and the level of, like, love and happiness that you get from helping others is way more if you do treat everyone like they matter. So this is a moral dilemma game. We're having a lot of moral dilemmas here. These are just my feelings on it also. I think that if you believe in punishing people that are truly evil, I actually agree with that when it comes to, like, harming children. Stuff like that. Ethical stress. I think ethical stress is a fun sentence. I just write it. I don't have the desire to help everyone or help every life, though. That is fair. That would get overwhelming. I personally go by the concept of, like, if you see someone suffering and you can help a little, it's good to help them. Like, it matters to this one, though people can also take that for granted and get, like, way worse. That not everyone is going to respect you as a person, and not everyone is going to have the means to respect you as a person. Mercy has a limit. If they've proven too dangerous to be left in society, then they need to go. Both of these guys were dangerous, though. It's a matter of, like, choosing who might cause more harm and whether or not you believe that people can get better. Personally, I don't think that someone this old could probably get better. I think that they're going to cause problems for the rest of their life, even if it's short. But maybe the other guy will get brain damage if he gets in another car accident and be nicer. Who knows? Yeah. Let's see. Your old man did a lot of bad stuff, but love and respect changed him for the better. They have to want to change. That's the thing. I think the thing is the other guy is also being enabled a lot. So, like, if you're given, like, really intense boundaries, like, if you're losing people, if your life gets worse and worse, if you don't get bailed out, then you're way more likely to change also. Like, if you have repercussions for your actions instead of just people validating it and going like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Like, if you have substantial change, if you have people leaving your life, if you have people, like, not really bailing you out and you have to actually live, like, physically go to jail for a long period of time, that would also maybe influence him. But the volunteer knows their names. They could hunt down the other subject themselves after the experiment. We don't know if we could. We don't know if they'd be in a situation where they could, and it would be much harder to play God in these situations. That might mean sacrificing the rest of our natural life to be in a jail cell. So yeah. That being said, I know what I'm going to do here. I've always known what I was going to do here. I think regardless of the amount of pain and suffering you put into the world, you should not go through that pain and suffering yourself, this person shouldn't be someone that we have to take personal responsibility for and think about them every time we close our eyes. Like, thinking about this person and what's going to happen to them in the afterlife. That's kind of messed up. There you go.
Subject terminated. Thank you.
Okay.
Good job, volunteer. You have made society a safer place.
You're weird.
I am curious why you chose to let him off easy.
You're weird.
Maybe you have a problem with being too cruel.
You're a weird person.
That's something we will keep tabs on in your performance report. Now, go back to your room and rest. Until tomorrow, volunteer.